Welcome back to the second Murder Ball podcast. I hope you're all well. Yet again, I'm joined with the two boys, Dev and Sam. Say hello, lads.
Right.
Yeah, good. What do you think? What do you want to cover first then?
Well, we'll go what we predicted and review the games, I suppose.
Yeah.
Same as last year.
So,
Yeah.
well, we know where we're going to start. The first game, the Tuesday night.
Oh no.
That's where we're
Yeah,
going to
I've got
start.
a few points on this one.
So, first of all, it didn't look like the 4-1. It's not like they scored it throughout the game. It was two mistakes at the end, but at the end of the day, they still did batter us.
Yeah, it was. Well, you and Sam went for a 2-1 to Wolves.
But you got it, man. You got it.
Thought I might have had it as well when we
To be fair, at 1-1, we had about a 5-minute period where it looked like we could have snuck in and got 2-1 ahead.
Torres
We
just
had,
thought, you know what? Let's try and break the ball.
we did.
Doesn't know how to shoot, man.
Nah,
Tries to smack it.
he isn't the best of finishers.
To be fair, that was a tough fit. On the left foot when he had his back to goal and he did a volley.
Yeah, what I'm trying to say is every time he shoots, he just looks like he wants to break the ball. There's no like.
Yeah, I can agree with Sam. He does
just
try and go
looks
for too
smacky.
much power
There's no
instead of
actually other
placement.
way he likes to shoot apart from just levering it.
Yeah, I went with 1-1. I thought we had it with 13 minutes left. I thought we could have snatched the point, but then it just went. Yeah, we couldn't handle the pressure afterwards. I didn't think we had anyone to hold up the ball. I don't think the lineup was right.
Their last three goals were all rebounds. Reactions just wasn't the greatest.
Yeah, well, no one was following it.
Yeah.
And
Moutinho just stood like on the penalty spot. He didn't react quick enough. That's what we lack. Like, how many times do we actually concede these rebounds where Patricio's made a decent save and it's just fallen to one of their players?
Mate, Patricio kept us in the game, I thought.
Yeah, I think he did. 100% he did.
I just felt, especially in the first half, the few times we had the ball, we were just so sloppy. Sloppy.
Well,
and as good as they were putting pressure on us, we didn't help ourselves in the slightest to ease the pressure. No chance.
No. Well, we didn't have an out ball because we didn't have anyone to hold it up at the top. Like, Jose can easily hold up at the top and then have Adama running off with him. We're trying to play short out of the back against one of the highest pressing teams under. Like, look, I mean, he's got that. He's implemented that rule, 5-second rule, and if they'll press you for 5 seconds straight, and if they don't, then they'll back off. But if you beat that 5 seconds, we didn't once beat that 5 seconds.
That was our players. They just like too much time on the ball. They're not going to get in some games.
No.
What happened was we'd just get pressed and hoof it, but then what's the point of doing an aimless hoof instead when the keeper could actually aim where he wanted to go?
Exactly.
And he could do 5 kicks, but if one falls to someone, at least then we've got the ball instead of doing 5 aimless hoofs and the ball keeps coming back and coming back.
Yeah, it was just coming back at us every time.
We definitely didn't help ourselves. As good as they were, we did not help ourselves in the slightest in that first half.
No.
The commentators started to pee me off, to be honest, because they kept on, just smack the ball up, get Traore to running behind. Yeah, that sort of player. He wants the ball to feet and run with it. He probably should. We probably should smack the ball up and let him run, but it never happened, so.
And they had a good game plan. From the second he got the ball, they had about 4 people around him every time. They didn't manage him well.
They didn't give our players a sniff.
What did you guys think of the lineup?
I thought I don't know why he played Neto and Traore. I thought we needed someone like an actual centre forward. I was going to say.
Surprised not to see. So didn't William House.
So he's a player that we could have done with to hold up the ball and have Traore running off of him. But yeah, I don't know.
And he put Fabio on as well instead.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe the Fabio one was because Jose's not playing full 90s. Maybe Nuno's being realistic and going, I'd rather have Jose fresh for the Villa one.
That could be true, yeah.
Another thing,
that's when we've got to win. We've got to beat Villa.
Another thing I'd like to say is that I'm not sure what the 2 right back tactic was.
Oh no, neither. That was strange.
That was pathetic, I thought.
Yeah, it was playing 3-5-2, but like if you wanted to do that, I'd have said put Dendoncker forward and maybe play a Kilman. I didn't see why we had to play.
Because Semedo, he has got some good attacking ability, but it was the sort of game for him to attack.
No. Semedo was the midfielder, wasn't he? And
he was.
Who did all right. He didn't get ripped apart. He held his own, but he put that terrible cross in.
Yeah, he did.
Booted it into the stand.
Too many crosses like that.
Mahrez was completely tearing Johnny apart.
Yeah.
Felt sorry for the man. It was 2-on-1 every time because it was Bernardo and Mahrez, man. I felt sorry for the guy. Really did.
And then you even had Cancelo coming round as well.
I just felt so sorry for some of them.
Yeah. Well, moving on, we had Leicester and Burnley.
That was actually a decent game.
I didn't watch it.
Both teams at the bar.
What did we all predict?
I predicted 1-0 Leicester. Sam predicted 3-1 Leicester, and you predicted 1-1.
No, I predicted 3-1 and Sam predicted 1-1.
Oh, okay, wrong way.
Yeah. Just Leicester. Mate, you got to thank me for my honesty. I could have easily taken the credit.
I don't care. I already knew.
You're not grateful. You should thank me, man. I could have taken all that credit.
I'm an expert when it comes to these predictions. Just look at the Sheffield United Liverpool one.
Well, the only prediction I got right was the
finish.
Iheanacho would score.
Yeah, the finish was decent on the volley.
Yeah, it was a good finish.
Good finish. I don't know what the keeper was
good
doing.
strike.
Yeah, the keeper did leave a lot of his goal open.
He should, if he stays back, then Iheanacho's got to score a worldie. But now he's made his mind up for him.
And then Hamza Choudhury, he made a mistake there. Give the ball away.
Yeah, second minute.
Standard finish for the Premier League player, Premier League striker.
Burnley should have won, really. They had big chances. Fair play to Schmeichel. Kept him in.
Hit the post, I think, and
a
Burnley player did.
Westwood did.
Yeah, I thought that was going in.
Vardy again, man. He just doesn't seem like he's at it at the moment.
Yeah, like Sam said that in the last video.
I'm not exactly expecting decent results from Leicester at the minute, to be honest.
No, they seem to have gone off the ball now.
I think when that win though, or a couple of wins, that's when you'll start to see him back at the best again.
They're playing the likes of a Martley, and they're having to play Ndidi at centre back when he really needs to be in the midfield, breaking up play. So you can see they are.
They played Tielemans Cam, I think, as well.
Yeah, but before this season, because Vardy's been injured a bit, it's been all about Barnes and Maddison with the goals, really.
They've been stepping up.
Yeah. And obviously when Vardy's not firing, then them two can come in and do it for him. But Vardy, it's really all on Vardy at the moment. He's got pressures on him to perform.
Do you know that Under?
Yeah, Sheng Tsung.
I think he's pretty stupid the way he does things. He shoots from all ranges. Yeah, the best.
I haven't seen enough of him. To be honest, the times I have seen of him, he's been in like cup games against like Brentford, and he's started the game well, but he just can't keep that same.
He just thinks he can shoot from
energy.
I bet you Leicester are regretting selling him to Damari Gray for £2 million now. He could have actually done it.
Oh yeah,
better than
Under.
Got the chance.
Well, we'll leave
the Under to say.
Yeah, we'll leave the Under slander out because we haven't really seen him. I haven't watched enough of him.
Next game,
we had Villa, Sheffield United. There's a couple of key points in this.
So bad.
Yeah, because you had Villa.
So bad.
I went for a 1-1.
I went 1-0 Villa.
Oh, I don't even know.
2-0.
Villa.
You went 2-0 Villa, yeah.
God, why did I go Sheffield United?
Well,
Villa dominated, but they just couldn't break them down. It was poor quality from them in the final third. I mean, when you've got Mohamedi, that just proves that he's not at the Premier League standard. I don't know what he was doing in that game. It's shocking, honestly.
He just stood there, man. He just literally stood there.
There was two big moments in that game. The red card for Jagielka and Did you see Stevens? He was coming on the cover, and he would have caught up to a Ghazi there.
I don't know who it was. There was a chap behind it.
It was Steve.
And I thought he had more speed going to the ball.
Yeah, that was Ender Stevens. He was coming on the recovery run.
It's 37 yards away from goal, so it's not like Watkins is
I know.
just outside the box and he's going to get a shot. He's going to have to go all that way with all them men. It was the wrong decision, and but at the fair play, Sheffield, that was some good defending at the end, bodies on the line stuff, proper defending.
Well, I don't think they really had anything. Look, they didn't really have too much to defend. Like Villa were the greatest.
At the end, Villa there was like rebounds and stuff where they got there first and put bodies on the line at the end. It wasn't clear cut, but they got there first when they needed to.
I just think Villa rely on Grealish a lot after
Well, too much really, and Barkley's not doing anything. I mean, he's not even getting into the team now. He's been dropped. When you need a player to step up, you expect Barkley to be the man to step up, but he's not flourishing.
He had a good start as well.
Yeah, he did have a good start, yeah.
I said before the game, I thought Villa were going to struggle without Grealish, because in the Leeds game, you don't need a Grealish because you can expose him on the break. In this game where it's going to be a low block, you're going to need that quality, and I don't think they had it. That's what ultimately cost them. But a club like Villa is going to miss a player like Jack Grealish, like ridiculous.
Any club is really.
Any club, but especially that club, because that guy is so good. He's like,
they just lack the creativity that he provides.
I mean, when Grealish isn't having a good game, I mean, there's still like 2-3 players around him, so that's creating space for another player to have. And then you've got when he's running with the ball, he can exploit defences, and he's always picking up free kicks. And Villa are decent with free kicks. Konza had a good chance.
Yeah,
Watkins hit the crossbar, didn't he? On it?
Yeah,
that was a good header. But
should they have got a penalty though? Villa.
Who?
From what I saw on your TikTok, I actually missed it. I missed it in the game, but from what I saw on your TikTok, the tackle, it was a tackle, but some people saying it was outside the box.
Yeah, I
saw
what
are you on about?
Saying, it was a coming together between Ollie Watkins, a chap's name that I got wrong. It was Kian. Yeah, I said it was Kian Bogle, but it was Kian. Oh, what's his name? Oh,
in the Sheffield game.
Brian. Yeah. There was a coming together.
I watched match the game. They didn't show it.
Yeah. And who else? There was Jagielka involved in it as well.
But it was a tackle.
I think it was a foul, but I don't know if it was inside or outside the box.
Yeah. All Villa did all game was just lump aimless crosses in, and they just hoped it'd fall for something, and it didn't.
Look who was
really
putting most of them balls in.
Target.
And
Mel Mohammed.
Yeah, I mean, look at the quality there.
Well, that's one thing I'm looking. Well, that's one thing I'm looking forward to. Traore and Neto running at that man.
Yeah.
It's going to be a very bad. Hopefully, it should be a horrible evening for the guy.
Yeah, hopefully.
He should get scored.
We might not have fight that El Ghazi and Watkins. If you do that, they're nothing.
Yeah, you've just got to take out you've got to keep it compact with Watkins running down that line and show him down that line, because if he cuts in, then gets in behind you. That's when he causes the trouble.
Yeah, we'll talk more about that when we get to the fingers. We'll have nothing to say.
Oh yeah,
Game of Wednesday. What a terrible game.
Oh, that was shocking. I turned it
the 0-0.
Yeah. New Crystal Palace.
Mate, I couldn't see it. All that fog.
Oh yeah,
I know.
Even on most of it.
Even on
Man,
Sky
you was in that
HD.
white kit.
I
couldn't see anything.
Had the better chances in the game, probably.
They should have won it at the death.
Yeah,
with
Patrick Van Arnold.
That's the
thing.
Good
Save though.
They don't take the chances. They haven't got the finisher.
That's why they are where they are.
But Man United, they didn't even look a threat. They didn't even look like they wanted to win, score, whatever. It was pathetic performance.
The only chance I can really think of is that Daniel James header, and
that was going wide anyway.
Yeah, I mean he should have done better with that though. It was a free header. But Daniel James, in fairness to me, he's been the best attacker recently, or one of the best, behind Bruno. But Greenwood had a decent effort, but nothing much. They didn't really...
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Greenwood when he cut in.
Well, between the captain and Rashford. Good old Marcus.
Yeah, I saw that on TikTok, actually.
Yeah.
But Man U...
Barry Maguire from goals.
Man U, man.
I know, it's terrible.
I know.
All that
0-0 draws or something. They got more draws than they have wins in the last 19.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't count the Espanyol one, or who was it they played? Not Espanyol, Real
Sociedad.
Sociedad, because they won the first one 4-0, so they didn't really have to go for it. So I wouldn't count that one.
Oh, did you see the missed penalty in that Sociedad game? That was a terrible penalty. Poor too.
Tried to be like Bruno.
Yeah.
But, that game was just probably the worst game of the weekend.
To be fair, I think we should just move on. There's nothing to say.
Yeah, no, there's not. Let's
move on. Move on.
To the Fulham Spurs. I predicted that one right.
Dev,
you should.
Right.
Yeah, you should have got that, actually.
I should have got it. I fancied Fulham and they got robbed. Simple as.
Yeah, they did.
Feel sorry for them because Tottenham went 1-0 up early doors and parked the bus, as they always do.
Yeah. They didn't. I mean, they've got 4 quality attackers and they didn't once, after that goal, try and get at Fulham again. I mean, you've got to be putting teams like Fulham away. I'm sorry, but although the form has improved, you've still got to be winning 3-4-0 against them.
They played St. Molyneux, remember, and they scored after 50 seconds.
Yeah.
And they parked the bus from 50 seconds after going 1-0 up. It's no joke with them, man. As soon as they go 1-0 up, that's it.
It is.
Would you make the handball decision?
Shocking.
They've come out today and said handballs like that will no longer be disallowed. But
I mean, they just changed.
You've just done whom trying to survive out of a point.
Yeah, a valuable point.
Stupid decisions. Like, a referee should know that. They should understand. They should have a bit of leeway. What can he do? He was going to hit his body if his hand were there anyway.
Well, it's not leeway. They just got to use common sense, really.
Yeah. You can't score with your hand, but if it hits your hand accidentally and it falls to someone and they score, just move on.
It's going to hit his body and bounce off his body as well.
And his hand, it's not like his hand's here. He's like literally, if his hand wasn't there, it's going to hit his leg anyway.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, it's stupid, but what can we do? It's the way it is.
Yeah, unfortunately.
It's the way it is. That's literally all we can say. But yeah, I feel sorry because they got
1-0 boring games this week. Nothing
got like Liverpool, City, Chelsea, us, Villa in their next 7 games, and that point would have been crucial considering the fixtures they had. That's why I feel really bad for them.
It would have bolstered the confidence up a bit as well.
Yeah. Well, I'd say they're still confident because they played well.
Yeah.
They'll be pissed off if anything.
Another 1-0 game as well.
Should have been more than 1 if it wasn't for that.
DCL.
Richarlison.
Oh, good. But first off, there
was nothing. Well,
I wanted a decent chance.
Yeah, it was nothing. West Brom came out. They actually had a go.
Yeah. They in fairness to them, they did all right.
And in the first half, I remember Everton, there was a ball, it deflected and it bounced through, and all Calvert-Lewin had to do was just literally, pass it to one side of the keeper, and they got 1-0 up, buddy. Because obviously I'm triple captained and he's going to miss it for that particular week.
Would expect him to finish that.
Yeah, but in the first half, Diagne had a decent chance, but first half there was nothing between it, and it was when Gilbert Sigurdsson came on, the game changed because his delivery was top draw.
Play like that.
Pardon?
They were just begging for a player with that creativity to come on.
I don't know.
Iwobi,
and Bernard.
And Bernard, they weren't good. Bernard was playing in that 10 role.
Yeah, he was.
Just not good enough to do that.
I mean, I don't know why they don't start Gylfi Sigurdsson, because he actually is a really good player. His delivery, 9 times out of 10, is on the spot, really.
Maybe because of his age, because they had one on the week. Maybe it was just fatigue.
Yeah, it could have been, actually.
They played Monday, remember?
Oh, yeah, that's true. They only, yeah.
West Brom, remember? At the death, they thought they nicked it, but
it
was just offside.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah.
Seeing them celebrating, man, thinking they...
What do you make of those Charleston signing? Because at the time, I thought he was quite expensive, but he's actually
it's paying dividends now.
I wasn't thinking he was going to be like that, but he's a really good player.
He was just a kid from Watford, weren't he?
See,
another 1-0
dominance, really.
It probably should have been more than 1-0.
Yeah, it should have been. I felt sorry for Werner.
It didn't look offside. It looked almost like, was it his back foot?
It looked level, but as now in today's football, level's offside apparently.
Did you see where they draw the line from as well? I don't understand it. They draw it from like this part. Isn't it meant to be your armpit, like?
I thought it was your sleeve.
It's stupid we're talking about armpits, man. But
yeah, I think it's your sleeve.
Somebody go boom with their armpit to score.
You can score with your sleeve. I swear, if it's there, handball.
Yeah, your sleeve. That's what they. You know when they said for green zone, they said the general indication is if it hits the sleeve, it's the green zone. If it hits their skin, it's the red zone. But then people said, "What if they're wearing a long sleeve?"
That's handball. That's handball.
I don't know.
No one knows.
No one knows, mate. You talk to the wrong people.
Werner, man, he's been underrated. He's missed a few big chances, but he's a good player. You need a high line because that's where he throws the best off.
No one said he was a bad player. They just said he's just been his finishing's been really bad.
I said him and a bit of a flop.
Yeah. To be honest, though, I did some research on Werner, and the times that he has actually played in his main position, striker, which has only been 11 times, he's actually got 5 goals and 3 assists.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Frank was playing him on the wing. What's the point?
I mean, he was playing him on the left, the right, and then even at like a centre forward off of Giroud, and it wasn't working. Terrible. I do feel sorry for him because a couple of those chances, if he was confident, he may have taken them away.
You've got to give people time. That's one thing people don't do in football anymore. They just they assume that someone's going to come in and score 50 goals. Just give them. Sometimes it takes a season or two. The way
You've got to give them time to adapt, and people just because they've seen all these brilliant stats and like no disrespect to the Bundesliga, but a slightly lower skill level than the Premier League. You've got to give him time to adapt to this league. I mean, it's the best league in the world for a reason. Yeah. No one makes it easy.
Yeah, that's why we always love it.
Yeah.
He says if he would have buried some of them chances he had early on in the season, Frank Lampard might have been
there. That's why I feel sorry for him. He's blaming himself up on Frank Lampard's sacking.
Well, it's a blessing in disguise, isn't it? Because look at the manager they got now. Look what he's doing.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe he missed them chances for a good reason.
Nice to mate, though. You can't knock him.
It was a good finish. Good finish.
I think he's just a good player.
Good decoy run from Werner.
Yeah.
He took pretty much all of the defence away with that run and created the space for Mount to have a shot.
Liverpool should have gone 1-0 up with Mane. Was it 1-0 up or 1-1 with Mane scored?
It was. I can't remember, but I know which chance.
Actually, it would have been 1-0 because Mount scored pretty much on half time, so it would have been 1-0.
42. Yeah, it would have been. He completely miscued.
He didn't actually kick the ball.
He just took his eye off it.
Yeah.
He didn't.
And that just sums it up. No one's got any confidence.
I think Chelsea's 2 centre-backs had a good performance as well.
Yeah, Christensen and Rudiger. They've really actually stepped up, especially Rudiger, because he was getting a bit of slate at the start saying, it's Rudiger's poor behaviour that's got Lampard sacked. Yeah.
He looked like he was going to leave. And if Frank Lampard was there, he'd have been gone in January, surely.
In touch with Liam De Silva. A couple of you have probably heard of him. He's a name on TikTok. Great coach. He's currently working with Ipswich at the Community Trust. I think, and he's worked with Ipswich, Norwich, and Stone. So I asked him a couple of questions, and he was really honest, really, really helpful. Keep saying really, but so I asked him what inspired you to get into football, and if you was going to give any advice to any aspiring players, what would it be? And he replied with, regarding coaching, I lost my job as a Subway manager, and I didn't know what to do as far as the job went. So my partner encouraged me to follow my dream and become a football coach. My advice would be do something you love and work as hard as you can at it. The next question I asked was, what is your first football memory? And he came back and said his was watching Wayne Rooney score a hat-trick in the Champions League against Fenerbahce. But sounds pretty interesting. Good. You'll have to ask Liam what his thoughts were on that. He also did mention that he was quite happy to come onto the podcast at some point as well. And then I also asked 2 more questions. What makes a good manager and coach, and what his all-time 11 would be, picking players from past and present. So I thought if we could just rate what his out of 10, what his 11 was. But a disclaimer, he didn't give us a right back, so we're just going to stick Cafu in just because probably was one of the best right backs in the world. But for the coaching question, he put, for me, a good coach or manager is, what makes a good football coach is understanding, and a coach that can read their players, as well as being able to get as much information across in as little time possible. By doing this, it increases the ball rolling time. So he's more about getting onto the pitch and actually doing the drills than rather giving all kids information and just filling them with words which they might not understand. He likes to do visual guidance on the pitch. So on his starting 11, in goal he had Van der Sar. Right back, obviously, he forgot, so we're going to stick Cafu in. 2 centre-halves, we're going to have Terry and Ferdinand. Left backs, Ashley Cole. There's 2 CDMs, he had Paul Scholes and Makelele. And then on the right and the left, he had Mbappe and Ronaldo, and he said they'll switch. And then in the cam is Kevin De Bruyne, and up top is Rooney. So what would you rate that team out of 10? Dev, starting with you.
This is our all time.
Yeah, past and present.
Sorry, Liam, mate. I think I'm gonna have to give it a 3.
So wow. I ain't gonna lie, you've missed big names.
You can't put a 21-year-old in an all-time 11, in my opinion. Like, he's one. You can maybe say Mbappe in 7, 8 years, but not now.
Yeah. That one was maybe premature, but I think he's going off players that he's actually seen play. So
players he's seen, I can understand, but like if he's going off like all time, then no. If it's players he's seen, I'll give it a solid 7. But like all time, it's a 3. But it probably makes sense. It's players he's probably seen with his own eyes.
Yeah, I think that's what he's gone with.
Yeah.
Sam, what would you give it?
No disrespect. I'll stick with. I agree with Dev.
A 3 or a 7?
No, 7.
Yeah, I'd probably give it a 7.5.
And a right back. So
yeah. You can't really rate it too highly when it's playing 10 men.
Yeah, the other man's down in the tunnel somewhere, I think.
So we're next going to do the team of the game week, as I like to call it, but other people go by team of the week, all those FIFA fans. So we'll just go with from goalie. So I think there's a couple of good goalkeeping performances this week. So I took a couple of names that I think should get a mention. I mean, Rui gets a mention just because he kept us in it for a long period of the game, but I'm not going to give it to him because he conceded 4 goals. Yeah. Another mention, Schmeichel. Ramsdale did okay.
My goalkeeper. Michael.
So who are you guys going to go with in goal?
Schmeichel for me.
Schmeichel.
Yeah, I'm set at Schmeichel as well. So right back.
I don't know. I'll be honest, I don't know.
Oh, I forgot my right back, man. Neil.
You know what?
I'm going to go with George Baldock.
I'll go with
You say that. He got an assist. Yeah,
He did get an assist and he got a clean sheet. So
I'll probably be there.
I'll go George Baldock as well.
These sort of positions, there ain't nobody outstanding in them. They just do the job at the end of the day.
Centre back.
I'll go Kouyaté. I thought he was really good against Man United.
I've gone with I haven't got Kouyaté in mind. My first one, I'm going to go with Andres Christensen.
Yeah, that's a shout. I've got him. Who?
I'm
going to go Christensen with Ed. And probably back Rudiger in there as well.
I've gone Rudiger and Kouyaté.
I've gone Ampadu.
Oh, that's a shout. Yeah, he did do quite well actually. I mean, he hasn't lived up to the expectations.
Left back, I think it's got to be Luca Dean.
Yeah,
did all right.
Yeah,
no one set the world alight. He just did the job. Decent going forward. Yeah.
Yeah.
All agree?
We're playing.
Yeah.
Are we going 4-3-3 again?
Yeah. Kante's the hold in midfielder.
Yeah.
See, I've gone Kante and Rodri.
Oh, you've gone two.
But he didn't really have the most to do, but he kept us quiet when he needed to.
All right. Next midfield, I've gone Mount.
Yeah, I've gone Mount.
He's in there.
Mount, no doubt about it, Mount. And I've actually gone for 3 Chelsea midfielders.
Oh.
I've gone with Jorginho.
Well, I've gone with a player I felt, even though he didn't get a goal contribution, I felt he played really well. I've gone with Bernardo Silva.
Yeah, he did do play. Say it again, Sam.
He was good off the ball as well, Bernardo.
Yeah.
I thought he had a complete performance.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with that.
Front
then
Mahrez. Right.
Mahrez. Just because
even though I despise him, I have to pull him in.
Mahrez. Then I've gone.
Go on.
Jesus. And then Richarlison.
You know, as good as Jesus scored 2 tap-ins, really, I didn't really think he did too much.
He's done more than half the other strikers.
Yeah, that's right.
I've gone Richarlison. I thought he did well.
I've put him on the wing. On the
wing. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think he done that great. He had scored an header. I've won the game for him, but apart from that,
his overall game was good. He held it up well. He was a nuisance. He brought people in to play when he needed to. He ran the channels. I thought he did quite well.
Yeah, same. I've gone with Mahrez, Jesus as the striker, and then Richarlison as my front 3.
I've put Werner in there because I think he had an overall good game. He stretched the Liverpool defence. Got it behind him a few times. Should have got his goal, but...
Yeah, that was unlucky.
I'm going to put Mane in for his night. No, I'm joking.
That's it.
Sterling, maybe.
Like I said, apart from the first game,
you know what I'm going to do?
City, nothing was really spectacular this week.
I'm going to move Cancelo into my front 3. You know, it's probably not unorthodox, but I felt he played really well. And I'll put because he basically played as a left winger throughout that game.
Yeah, he does. Have you seen his average positions this season? It's all been up the pitch. Yeah.
So
he's
even everywhere.
Even though it doesn't look orthodox, I'm going to put Cancelo almost as like a left sort of winger.
Yeah. Then I don't know what you want to get into next. I think we've all set on that we want to do a England squad, 23 England squad, and then get into our lineup that we would
squad
play.
First.
Get ready for the 21st of June.
So do you want to just list all your goalkeepers So
Yeah,
starting
yeah.
with Dev, then Sam, then me.
Number one for me is Nick Pope.
Number one.
Yeah.
Number one, Nick Pope.
I don't
Who's
know.
better than him
I
in England
reckon-
right now?
Personally, I reckon it'd be Pickford, but for me, I probably wouldn't go Pope number one, but I think it'd be Pickford.
Yeah, I'm with Sam. It will be Pickford, but if I'm England manager, I'm going Nick Pope.
Yeah,
But-
do it based on what you think and
Yeah.
who you would want.
Yeah. Nick Pope. So we're all Nick Pope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
think so.
I've
The
had
thing
him
is,
as
with
my
Nick
number
Pope,
one.
just how going to be as good with his feet.
No, that's why I've chosen a player that you probably won't have chose because of his distribution and his shot stopping's equally as good as Pickford.
Who is it then?
I'm gonna go with Sam Johnston then.
What? What are you Oh,
No, how many games does he keep
he
West
plays
Brom
for
in?
relegation places, man. It's
Yeah,
like
but-
it's like Sheffield United having Ramsdale signing from a Champions League championship team. What are you
Nah,
doing?
Look how many saves he makes. He keeps the scorelines down in so many games.
Yeah, but if you nah, man.
But England,
Nah, man. He's got a lot of
Yeah.
pressure on his plate, man.
well, you know, he's got a right. That's his
What about
choice.
penalty
we can't take.
saving, stuff like that? You've got to consider.
Yeah, Sam, we're getting the job done in my team in 90 minutes. We're not taking this to penalties or anything.
No, man.
For me, my number two is Carl Darlow.
Yeah, can't really argue with that.
I'm not having Pickford anywhere near the starting lineup. I'm being honest. I don't rate him in the slightest.
Oh, my second pick isn't Johnston. He's my third choice keeper.
Who's your second?
I still wouldn't have him in there, but
I'll tell you my second once Sam's told you.
my second
Who's your
Pickford, I think.
Who?
Pickford?
He's done it. He's done it before. Like, he knows the craft. He may not be good, but he's got the experience.
Southgate likes him anyway. And
Yeah,
for my
Southgate's an idiot.
For my second choice, I've gone with Dean Henderson. Hopefully, if he does keep up the minutes and he does continue to play decent, I'll just chuck him in. I mean, he's going to get third choice, I think, with Southgate.
If he played, he'd probably be my number one, but he don't
But when
play.
he
I think you've got to send a keeper that plays. He plays the odd Europa League, but because it's getting to the business end, Ollie's going to start playing De Gea. I'm not sure he's going to have the minutes.
Number one. David De Gea ain't going to last forever.
But I'm just saying, for now, is he number one?
I wouldn't say he's
At the minute.
I reckon he can compete with De Gea.
My third choice is Jordan Pickford. I think you've got to take him at least. He can experience the World Cup with the Euros with them, but he can stay on the third choice and watch the goalkeeper the next time it's done.
We've seen Darlow's and Sam Johnston's. What's going on?
Mate, don't disrespect Carl Darlow.
I will.
No, Sam Johnson.
Oh, man.
You've just gone for a basic.
Yeah.
Oh, let's
You
have a pick.
got us through the penalty shootout, mate.
Oh. Against
He's still
Colombia,
living
that should
on that.
never
He's
have
still
gone
living
to the
on that
penalties.
Nah, man.
In Colombia. Big one for England, man.
You
in Colombia.
Bloom, like, he might be a little T-Rex, mate, but he's proven he knows the crack.
Right.
To be honest, in
right
fairness
backs.
to him, he has stepped up. Right backs, I've gone with 3 as well.
You're relying on people there that the pressure will get to him.
I don't think so. I mean, look how well Sam Johnston does under the pressure.
If Sam Johnston's, he'd be in the Euros. He'd probably piss himself to sleep. He would.
But Sam, the problem that England had for many years is that they fell in the trap of, we're just going to send people through because of the club they play for, and that's not how it should be done.
You tell you about that. You're talking about Cardolo and Sam Johnston. Second choice keeper for Newcastle. And somebody played in the championships and he's in a relegation scrap with West Brom. What do you want about?
Right backs before we go and... I've gone with 2. Has everyone gone with 2 right backs?
I've gone with 3.
Sam?
What? I've gone
How
with
many right backs you taking?
4 fullbacks, 2 each.
Yeah, so my first right back is a Trent. Is everyone agreeing?
Yeah, Trent.
And I've gone with, just because you can also play centre back, Kyle Walker.
Yep, same.
Yeah.
Then left back, Luke Shaw.
Yeah.
And Chilwell.
Yeah, we're all the same on the fullbacks.
Sure.
And then I also had Reece James.
He can play midfield, so yeah, you got decent versatility.
A little bit thingy, like. I don't
Temper.
know. I want to go with experience in my team.
Well, it's hard to say now, because between now and the end of the season, somebody could come out the blue and be in hot form, and then you got to take them.
Mm-hmm.
That's the big decision. You want to make sure you take players who are in form as well as the experience.
I don't think England have ever had a good left back like recently. Good English left back.
Luke Shaw's done
We've
quite
had
well.
decent ones. Yeah.
Luke Shaw's quite good. He's good defensively. I don't rate Chilwell. I think Chilwell's awful. Leicester were happy to see Chilwell go. They didn't like him. They didn't think he was that good. Stones Maguire.
Yeah.
Gone with Connor Cody just in case they want to turn to a back three.
Yeah, I've done that as well.
And I think if they want to, I'm taking Tarkowski.
He probably would have been my pick of mine, but I've left him out.
So I've gone for a different one.
So who you guys gone for?
I've gone for the same 3 as you, other than Tarkowski. I've gone with Ben Godfrey.
Yeah, I just want Tarkowski just because you just know you've got no nonsense. You're not going to get a mistake. You just got someone who's going to defend.
Actually, I'm going to scrap that. I'm not going to take Ben Godfrey. I'm going to take Lewis Dunk.
Am I missing something out here? I've gone Stones, Maguire, Cody, yeah.
Yeah.
I've gone Eric Dyer.
Oh, he's trash. I don't like Ed Dyer.
I don't think you can take Cody, Dyer, and Maguire. There's not enough pace. I think you can only take 2 of them.
Yeah, but don't forget you could whack Walker in centre back if you needed to. There's pace.
Yeah, I know, but then still, I'd still take someone who's more pace, who can play a bit more.
I think Dyer does a good job.
He does, but I just think if worst comes to worst, you don't want to have a Dyer and Maguire in the squad along with Cody.
I'd rather have Dyer over Maguire. How are you gonna lie?
No, I wouldn't. I think Maguire's been. I think Maguire gets harshly treated just because he's worth 80 million. Everybody expects him to be a world beater. But you got to be real. He's not 80 million. So judge him of what his ability actually is, and he's actually quite good.
Look at this season he had at Leicester. I mean, everyone was saying, "Oh, he's going to be such a great centre half," but just because of the price tag he got.
His own little section. So the Saka, that's in mine, and Luke's, and so midfield it is. And do you want to go with like your more defensive / box to box midfielders first?
Yeah, can do. I've gone Rice and Henderson.
I've got one more.
Yeah, I've gone 3 CDMs.
I've gone Phillips to add to yours, Luke.
Yeah.
Phillips.
Sam, to be fair, it seems if you've gone outfield, me and you've had pretty similar team in terms of the numbers as well. We've had like the 2 left backs, 2 right backs.
Midfield players.
Huh?
Oh, I've gone 6 midfield players, 4 wingers, 2 strikers.
I've gone 3 strikers.
Okay, them was my 3 defensive ones anyway. Rice, Henderson, Phillips.
Yeah.
Now, you're attacking midfielders / wingers because they can play anywhere really.
I've gone Foden.
Yeah.
Who?
Foden,
yeah.
Mason Mount.
Yeah.
No.
Maddison.
No.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I've
also gone with Grealish. I've just categorised him as a midfielder.
I've gone Grealish as a winger.
Well, I've gone with mine. Well, my 2 cams, but they can also go out wide if you want them to. I've gone with Foden and Grealish.
Yeah. Wait, is that all you've had for midfield?
Well, yeah, because I've got three. Well, because England aren't good enough to play two attacking midfielders. They need to have two sitters, so I've gone with more sitters than cams.
I think Rice would do a decent job and then have Mount as a 8 and then Grealish or Foden as a 10.
Wouldn't you start Henderson?
No, because I don't think he's going to be fit.
Well, I think he might be able to make it, but we'll have to wait.
I think you'll have him there, but will he be fit enough to play? Like,
if he was fit, I would have him over Rice, but and I'd actually have him captain.
Nah, I'd play Rice and Henderson. I would personally.
Well, we'll get to that after. Your wingers, I've gone Sterling, Sancho, and Rashford, and I don't think anyone's going to have anything different to add. Maybe.
Or Grealish to add.
Yeah, we've already had
Grealish.
Luke?
Nah, I haven't.
Now, going up front, I assume we've all got Harry Kane in.
I've got Calvert.
Have we all gone Calvert-Lewin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Calvert spewing, yeah, I've got him.
Yeah. So, I've got one more striker.
Danny Ings.
Well, here's the thing. If Vardy wants to go, I'm taking Vardy.
Oh yeah, but he won't go. He's retired.
He should go, but
But people have already urged him to go, and he's just not saying anything.
I don't think Vardy will get in over Harry Kane or DCL though.
I've gone with 3, so he can still get in mine. I think if Vardy wants to go, you take Jamie Vardy. It's simple as he has to go. He's one of the best strikers. I'd take him over DCL any day.
Would you?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's way better.
No, but
especially
if you want to play that 5-2-3, yeah, I think like your Harry Kane and your DCL, you want them as your strikers. Then you want the 2 wingers. Like that's what you want personally. I don't think Vardy would fit that.
Vardy would be brilliant in a game where where like the last. Like England are holding on and they've got 20 minutes to go where you got an out ball.
An impact sub.
That's what Vardy'd be for me.
And in a game like against the France or a Belgium where England be on the back foot, you can use Vardy's pace on the counter.
I think also it's going to be tough.
Do you want to add any players that have just like narrowly missed out? I've got a couple.
I've got a few.
I took one name, Harvey Barnes for me, just like
injury for me. If he wasn't injured, he'd be in my team.
Who I missed it?
Sam, I've also had Ward-Prowse.
Yeah, he was honourable mention. I've also gone. I haven't taken Maddison or Mount.
Oh yeah.
See, I've took all the ones I actually want. All the others can go and stuff one.
Aaron went with Saka.
Yeah, but.
Starting 11?
Yeah, can do. I'll go Pope.
Yeah, Pope.
Pickford.
Okay. I'm going to say Trent.
Formations?
4-3-3.
I'm going to go 4-2-3.
I've gone 4-3-3/4-2-3-1. Can be either or.
I mean,
it's a mix. Because I think I want to go 5-2-3, but I also don't think we played that well in it. Like, it was weird.
With 5-2-3, you got to sacrifice an attacker. Because you got in a 5-2-3, you can't play a cam in the midfield. You got to play 2 sitters to offer protection.
Man, just spraying it out, man, like a beast.
I've also thought of 2 other honourable mentions, Konza and Mings. But
they're all right.
But they just don't get in at the minute.
So, right back/right wing back, I've gone Trent.
Yeah, I have.
I don't know, man. Yeah, I'm going to get Trent. Yeah.
Centre backs.
Stones and Maguire.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Nah. Know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do Stones, Cody, Walker.
Yeah, that's good.
Left
Luke
backs,
Shaw?
I've gone Shaw. Yeah.
I've gone Chilwell.
All right.
A bit more attacking than Shaw, probably.
I just think Shaw's going to offer you defensive security, and that's what England need more than attacking. I think they've got enough attackers. And they've got Trent as well, so I think you've got to balance it.
But Sam's gone with 5 at the back. We've only gone for a 4.
If you're going to go 5, wouldn't you rather have Saka at left wing back?
I don't know, man. I like Chilwell personally.
Yeah, I don't mind Chilwell either.
Centre mids or whatever you.
Yeah. Well, my sitter's like my one who's going to be protecting and breaking the play is going to be Jordan Henderson. If not, I'll have to put Rice in.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
I like what Luke put with Rice and Mount as an 8.
Do you think with a back 5 where you've got 2 midfielders, you think Mason Mount's good enough to be in that to offer you that defensive foundation?
Yeah, I swear he played in one of the friendlies or qualifiers, and he didn't do a bad job.
That's qualifying.
That's what I mean with Mount. You get a range of positions. He's quite versatile.
Put a tackle in. Pansy, you know. Do you think you need one creative box to box midfielder? To be fair,
you got wing backs though.
I don't know. It's personally, I think that's the way.
Well, I've gone with this guy is like more of like my box to box. I'm going with Bukayo Saka as my box to box midfielder. And I think Henderson and Saka offers you a nice balance. I think obviously we know with Saka with his left back position he can offer you that defensive. He's not the best. He'll do the job. And I think going forward as well when England need him, he'll be good.
I've not really seen Saka play as a centre mid. I think I consider him as more of a wide player for me.
I think he could play there as a box to box alongside Henderson.
You think Mount to get pushed over Saka? Saka's probably.
Saka's proven himself defensively. Saka's proven himself defensively. We're playing at left back.
Saka's played all over the shop now.
I wouldn't want to chuck Saka in a position that he hasn't really played in such a big competition, such as the Euros. Maybe if he plays a couple of friendlies coming up in March or a couple more before the Euros, I might consider it. But at the minute, I'm going to just go with Rice because if Henderson's fit, I will go Henderson, but I will stick with Rice for the time being. Then Mount as the 8 and then Grealish as the 10. Or we can even swap it with Foden and Grealish interchanging throughout the game.
I've gone with Grealish. I nearly put Foden in, but I just didn't think maybe this is there's some players ahead of him that deserve to start.
Front three.
Your front 3, Sam?
I've gone Sancho, Sterling, and Harry Kane.
I've gone with the same, but I've got one winger that's different.
Who's that?
Yes, and me.
I'm not playing Sancho.
You play Rashford or something?
I'm playing Rashford.
You want the pure speed there?
I like Rashford.
I just don't think Rashford's a good finisher. Don't get me wrong. He's one of them players that he's good for his club, but he never really does it for England. And same with Sterling. So I am going to go Kane as the middleman, and I'm going to chuck Foden in on the left, just because I think he's more creative than Rashford. And then I will go Sterling. I think Sterling is world class, but he's just not as good. If he's playing rubbish,
world class.
I think he is.
I think he is as well, to be fair.
Well, I think people use the term world class too often. Yeah. Going off now, who would you put as like your top 6, 7 favourites for the Euros in order?
What do you mean?
Okay.
Right now on form, for me, I got a sneak feeling. I was more Belgium at first, but since Hazard has gone injured, I think they're going to struggle without Hazard because he is their talisman. So I'm going to have to go with France because they are like they could have 2 squads. That's how stacked they are.
I do rate France, to be honest. I'm going to back my country. Come on, England.
Yeah, I'm with Sam.
Realistic prediction.
I reckon the final, France are going to be in the final. And I think it'd be between us or Portugal.
Well, for me, I think Portugal will win it, not France.
Yeah, I think France are overrated. I'm not going to lie.
Well, what's your
I don't think there is. I'll tell you mine afterwards.
Do you know what
Portugal's my favourite.
Who's the
Portugal's my favourite.
Look, you look at Benzema, and you're like, yeah, he's good, yeah, outstanding. But when France got far, they had Griezmann.
He doesn't play.
Firing, but Griezmann
they play Giroud. They play Giroud, Mbappe, and then Griezmann. And Griezmann's not playing well at all.
I don't think
they'll play Mbappe down the middle.
Right.
They've got Mbappe down the middle.
Ousmane Dembele are going to carry them, I think.
I don't think they'll play Ousmane Dembele. I think he's hot and cold. He's hot and cold.
Yeah. He misses so many chances for Barcelona.
Yeah, and he's a bit lost. So my final answer is Portugal is my number one, my winner for the Euro.
I'm going to go Germany.
Sam?
It's tough, man. But my head's telling me France, but my heart's telling me England. I'm going with my heart, man. It's coming home. It is. I'm good.
I think we've got such a good chance, and you can't disregard England.
Never, man. It's no one. No.
Number twos, lads.
I'm going to say England.
Sam? Number twos, France.
It's going to be a tough final. It's going to be a tough final.
Yeah, they can just get into the final, man.
Portugal for me.
Yeah, so
Germany.
You haven't got England in, man. Anti-England.
I'm just being real. I'm being real. I'm going with the.
Where's Netherlands at, bro?
It's because of Van Dijk. Van Dijk's been injured. Van der Beek's not been in form because he's not been playing. So there's a lot. If Holland had their full squad, I'd probably pull them fourth, but they ain't going to make it this time. No, I'm afraid.
My fourth team's France.
Yeah.
I don't rate France as much. I think they're deep. They've got some great players, but I just don't rate them as much as everyone else does. Personally,
France Portugal final again.
What's really leading me towards Portugal is that they've won the last 2 European trophies.
That Eder wore it. Oh, mate.
Yeah, that was just finished. So, yeah, I think they're going to do it again. But who's your number? Are we on number 4?
Yeah.
Number 5. Well,
no,
I've said I've had
4.
I've had Germany, England, Portugal, and France.
I've had Germany, Portugal, and France. I've got number 4 to say, and I think Sam's got 4 as well to say.
Yeah, maybe.
My 4's Germany.
My 4th is Belgium. Belgium are better than England, man. It's just a fact.
I don't think that.
We're going to surprise you.
Yeah, I think we will. I think England have got a good chance. I think England have easily got the team.
As well.
It's just depends.
I cannot escape and I cannot breathe. Don't get your number. You still turn me on. Football's coming home again.
Going Belgium as my 5th.
I'm going Spain.
He's probably put England to get knocked out of the group stages.
Nah, they'll get through the group, but they made hard
work. Do something positive.
They ain't got. I don't think it's a walkover the group, but they'll get through.
I think it's going to be a good Euros, to be honest. It is quite tight. I'm being a bit stupid about it, but it is quite tight.
Tell one thing that would put me off if England won.
What?
It's the way the fans would react. It'd just be you couldn't get out. It'd just be like you'd want to just chill out, and you just have an idiot out of nowhere shouting his head off. I'm like, what's the point? Just chill out, man.
That's me right here, mate.
Who's our 6th team?
You guys, I'm still thinking. I've got 2.
I'm gonna say Italy then.
Yeah, I've got 3. Actually, not 2. I've got to get 3.
Sam?
Spain.
I've got. Normally, if they had Van Dijk, I would put Holland in. But I'm not sure if they had, because for me, with Van Dijk and De Ligt, they have the strongest centre-back partnership when they're fit.
I think Van Dijk will be fit for his training now, isn't he? Yeah. Or he's doing small movements.
And I think another big thing for him is going to be Donny van der Beek because he's not going to be the same player this year because obviously he's lack of game time.
They've still got Frankie de Jong though.
Yeah, but for Holland, Wijnaldum gets a lot of goals. He's more advanced. They've got good forwards in Depay. I'm not sure what the situation is with Promise. Yeah, don't know what's going on with him. But the thing is with Holland, what they have is they might not have it all going forward, but they've got the base, and you need that foundation.
They've got a foundation. Yeah.
England's is questionable. I'm not going to say they don't have one. It's unproven because we have not seen Stones and Maguire together. But from what I've seen in England defensively, it's not been the best. England going forward are really good. So I won't put Holland in just because of the injury questions. Italy, I think Italy haven't been weren't in the last major tournament, were they? What? No, I'm getting mixed up with Holland. Sorry.
Yeah.
But Italy. Oh no, Italy have just been. Yeah, I haven't really noticed Italy. I don't really. When I look at Italy's team, I don't really see a standout player. So I will, to Sam's delight, put England in as number 6 based on Holland's injuries.
That's not a delight. They should be in third.
Or a dark horse.
Dark horse.
Yeah.
England.
Netherlands.
Chucking.
Netherlands.
I'll tell you one team I like. I like Sweden. Sweden or Switzerland.
We
One of them.
Sweden.
What, 2-0's a battering?
Well, they really do. You think you've been bad and you're saying Sweden's a dark horse? Then.
Oh, of course, yeah. They might get further than people expect. I don't think Sweden are going to win the damn thing.
I think Turkey or Czech Republic might be a dark horse.
Oh, I do like the sound of Czech.
Predictions for this week, lads. So, I'm just getting the fixtures up. So the first game is Burnley versus Arsenal at Turf Moor.
Arsenal.
Burnley 1-0.
I'm with that 1-0 Burnley.
I'm gonna go 0-0.
I think Arsenal have been poor in games where they've had to break the opposition down.
Actually, I'm gonna change and I'm gonna go Arsenal win 2-0.
Ooh, 2-0.
Yeah, I reckon they might.
They could be right. It's one of them. Arsenal either play.
It can go either way.
I have to see whether Arsenal have got the creativity, because that's one thing they've said they've been lacking at times.
Yeah. A bit of a stinky fixture. Sheffield United, Southampton.
Ooh, bloody
I think Sheffield will get themselves a win. I think Southampton are a bit of a soft team. I think you can get in their faces.
They need to pick up form though for Southampton.
Yeah, they're dropping.
Yeah, this could be the turning point. If they get a win here, it might bolster the confidence.
I think they're gonna get another 1-0.
Sheffield.
Yeah, I think. Oh, they ain't got Jagielka though now, and Jagielka's like one of their last defenders because they got a mad injury crisis. Or their 3 main ones are out.
Yeah, Egan's out.
O'Connell.
O'Connell. And that I keep forgetting his name, but
I forgot. Yeah, what's the last one? I forgot. There's another one. Basham.
Chris Basham. Yeah, Chris Basham.
Yeah, I think he'll be a 1-0. I'll back Sheffield. I like him. I like Chris Wilder, so I'm going to back him on this one and hope he, does the business.
Sam, are you going for your miraculous Sheffield United prediction?
Yeah, 5-0, yeah. Nice 5-0.
No, I don't fancy any of them scoring. I'm going to get 0-0.
Yeah, I'm with Sam on this, actually. You always get that 1-0 fixture, and I thought it was going to be Burnley-Arsenal. Then when I saw Southampton-Sheffield, I instantly changed my mind.
For Sam, it's going to be it's going to be boring Saturday up until 5 o'clock. Is going to see 2 0-0s.
I don't think we'll.
Sam said 1-0.
Sam, yeah, 1-0. Yeah, I'm with. Yeah. So Villa Wolves, big game, both for both clubs. Both clubs, it's a big game.
More for Wolves though.
Yeah, more for Wolves because of where we are. If we want to be getting back up at the table. But then you could also argue Villa need this one for European football if they want to still be in with a chance of getting top 7 this year. Big game for both teams. Yeah. Big game for both teams.
I just think without Grealish, I don't think Aston Villa was too much of a threat.
And Mohamedi.
Yeah, I think there's definitely an area we need to expose in that game. If we're not constantly running at Al Mohamedi, I'm gonna lost the plot. And hopefully, what we do is that because of Al Mohamedi, we force the right winger to come back all the while, and therefore we've nullified one threat already. I would like to see Willy Bolly back in the team. We're much stronger with him. Just get based that last season, that Bolly, Cody size, that solid back three, that foundation we had to build on. I think we need that to be strong because Ollie Watkins is a decent player. We've got to manage him. But I'm confident with you guys without Jack Grealish because obviously the quality he is for a club like Villa, they're going to miss him dearly. We've got to capitalise on this opportunity. And from what I've seen of Villa, they do like to push up at times, and you can get in behind Mings and Konsa. We've just got to execute it correctly.
I'm going to go 1-0 us.
I'm going to go 2-0 us.
I'm with 2-0. I think we'll do well. I think we need...
Still score a load. We never score a load.
I think that Villa might, just because of how they play and how they want to attack games, I think that it might just free up a few spaces. And with Traore's pace, Neto's pace, and hopefully the quality we'll see of Willian Jose get a couple of goals by Brighton versus Leicester.
Bloody hell, what a Saturday.
No, that'll be a good game. That's two attacking teams.
I don't know.
You've got a side fighting for survival, and you've got a side fighting for Champions League, and both sides will give it a go. I think that's a good game. Brighton will probably have 10 1-on-1s and still will not score.
Yeah, probably.
But that's the way it is. And I think
Leicester
1-0.
Yeah.
I think there's only be one goal. I think there's going to be goals in this one because it's a very open game with both sides looking to attack, both sides needing a result. I think Leicester are going to win this 3-0.
I think Brighton defend well.
Yeah, they don't score.
I think they do as well.
I just of course Leicester scoring many goals, and of course Brighton scoring many goals, if any.
I think it's going to be 2-1 Brighton.
You think Brighton can score 2 goals?
I mean, they create the chances, Castle.
Not a game I'd be dying to watch.
What an interesting week of football, let me just say.
No, I know.
To be fair, though, all the big games are crap. So I don't know what these games where it's not with the big teams. They tend to be better because you get all this hype for these big teams and you just get a 0-0.
The Premier League becoming too tight. There ain't enough goals being scored, man.
I'm gonna say 2-0 Baggies.
Ooh. Newcastle ain't got no goal threat now. That's a big issue.
That's what I'm saying. I think.
Wait, who's at home?
West Brom.
Oh, good Baggies. 1-0.
I'm gonna go with a 1-1.
Next up, Liverpool Fulham.
Ooh, that'll be a good game.
I don't know.
They got to win out. Liverpool surely got to turn this around with Fulham at home. Surely.
They've lost five games at Anfield in a row.
Never happened before.
Yeah, I know.
But remember that it doesn't count because they haven't got fans there.
I'm gonna say 1-0 Liverpool. Again, Fulham would be really defensive.
I think
struggle.
I don't think really different. I think Fulham, Scott Parker he will have a go. He won't just go there and park up, but he will want to go and attack, and he'll realise that he can expose Liverpool at the back.
Mm-hmm.
I think I think Fulham will score. I think the way that centre-back partnership is, the likes of Cavalier and Lookman could get a lot of joy. And I fancy the way Liverpool strikers are doing, they're not really Well, if you look at that, my name sums it up, how their strike force is going. So I'm going to go with a 1-1. I think Fulham are going to nick a point.
Bless you.
Bless you, man.
Bloody hell.
I'm going to go 3-1 Liverpool. I think the introduction of Jota will help in the attack. And although they're going to miss Kabak possibly, I think they'll just go for an attack, just try and attack Fulham, put them on the back foot. I think Fulham will get a goal because of it, but I think equally that Liverpool will manage to score 3. So I'm going to go 3-1.
Yeah, I know, I've seen it.
Next game's Man United, Man City.
Oh, that's going to be boring.
I don't think Man City will go for it. That's the thing. Well, the first thing I say about this game, you've got a 21-game winning streak versus a 21-game unbeaten streak on the road. One's going to end. Which one?
So if I heard a stat that if Man City win the next 5 games, they've beaten everyone consecutively in the season.
What, every 19 teams they've knocked out completely?
Yeah.
Fair play. Fair play. Well, to be fair, if they've been winning for they're probably in the league, they've probably got about 13-14 streak at the moment. So I do see that being true. So I'm going to go with, for me, I'm going to go over 2-0 Man City win.
Sam?
2-0 City.
I'm actually going to go with 4-1 City.
Another 4-1, eh?
Yeah, I'm hoping
you think there's going to be that many games? Do you think there's going to be that many goals?
Hopefully.
Well, at least we know. At least we know one team's going to go for it. At least. I think if and when City go 1-0, that's when the game's going to become more interesting because then Man U will have to come out and play.
Mm-hmm. Tottenham, Crystal Palace.
Crystal Meth.
Mate, all these games are going to be boring, man. I can just see it happening.
Yeah, no, we've had to be fair, it's been a while since we've had a sick week where there's been like 4-0, like a 3-2,
goals
like
galore.
a last-minute winner. It's been all very safe.
Yeah, when do you see a last-minute winner now, really, man?
I think Monday's games are probably the best games.
Yeah. Well, look, you got our game. You got significant games, like you got West Brom Newcastle, which is a significant game. I think the Fulham Liverpool one, I think that's worth a watch.
But them significantly shit.
Yeah, but I think with the West Brom Newcastle one, that could surprise a lot of people because both teams, I think, it might actually end up being quite open because both teams have to win, and it could actually just be very attacking and open. Because I remember when West Brom and Fulham played each other when they both needed a win and it finished 2-2.
Just Tottenham 2-0.
Yeah, 2-0 Tottenham. I think Palace always set up to get a clean sheet and go on the counter when they were playing the big teams.
Mm-hmm. Is Zaha back for that?
I don't know. Even if he is back, I'm still going to back Tottenham to get a 2-0.
If he was back, I'd probably have Crystal Palace to score, but...
I go 3-0 Spurs. Now on to probably the best fixtures or best games on Monday. Chelsea, Everton and West Ham Leeds. I'm going to go 2-2 for the Chelsea-Everton game.
I'll probably go 2-0 Chelsea.
One of them, it could go either way, win, draw or loss for either side. Mm-hmm. Chelsea at home, yeah?
Yeah, Chelsea are at home.
Tuchel is unbeaten. Do I see Everton being the team to beat him at the Bridge? No. But I'll go 2-2. I think there'll be goals because both these sides will go for an attacking game. Calvert-Lewin will get himself goals after he's been triple captain there. That'll be the thing.
I don't know, though. 2-2.
Well, I'm not listening to someone who said 3-1 Sheffield, so we'll move on.
Right. We'll go West Ham Leeds. I think this will be a good team.
Yeah, this will be a good game. I think if West Ham might end up absolutely battering them though, because obviously they might just expose them and just absolutely tear them a new one on the counter.
And it'll benefit West Ham.
Yeah. Because they've got the likes of Rice and Souček who can absorb and maintain the pressure, and they've got the pace up front. It could actually really work for West Ham.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably going to give 3-2 West Ham.
Ooh.
That's my big game.
I'm with Sam. I think there's going to be goals. But I'm going to go for 2-2.
West Ham will probably take like a 2-0 lead. Leeds to get one. They'll probably get 3-1. And then Leeds to get one. Try to push to get goals.
I'll go with 2-2. I think it'll be interesting.
I'm going to go 4-3 Leeds.
Bloody hell. Leeds?
Yeah.
4-3.
It's just going to be about 50 goals in the Prem.
Who do you think's the player to look out for the weekend? Who do you think's going to be the man? Well, Luke, it's going to have to be the Leeds West Ham game for you, isn't it? There's going to be 7 goals. Someone's going to have to be in there.
I think it's going to be Rafinha, and I've also said Man City to win 4-1, so I'm going to go with the Kevin De Bruyne show.
Watch out for Jay Lings, man.
I think Ruben Neves will be, if we win, I think he'll be crucial. I think he'll dictate the play, and I think he'll just help us control it in the middle of the park. And without Grealish and stuff, I think we'll be able to express ourselves more. I think he'll be crucial to how we go ahead in our game tomorrow.
Control it. It was Man City, was it? It was who else? It was Newcastle. He was just passing it to the side linesman.
That's what I'm saying. I think he will want in this game where it's quite a big game. I think he'll step up.
Right, I think we'll wrap it up here. Thanks for joining me once again, and we'll be back on Monday to review the fixtures. So keep a lookout when that video drops, probably Tuesday. This will probably go out on live on Saturday, something like that. So it's been a pleasure, boys. Thanks for joining me once again.
Thanks for watching.
Have a nice weekend.